What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether you're on YouTube, Apple Podcast, or Spotify, and on Instagram, X, and TikTok as well. Thank you very much for those who have been following and subscribing to the podcast. I greatly appreciate it. Please spread the word as well about the podcast. Please give me some feedback as well. If you want to do any collaborations, please let me know as well. So yes, it is late Tuesday. Today's episode is just going to do the West Ham preview. I'll do another extra episode tomorrow because the match is on Thursday, and then I will be doing a post-game episode after the match as well. And then on Saturday, we'll be doing a preview for the Monday game against Wolves. So busy week with that. I am also going to be trying to get episodes in because the women's squad is back as well. They're going to be playing this weekend, so I will be discussing the women's squad too. So a lot of things to do this week for the channel. So I will be trying my best to get everything going, get everything as organized as I possibly can for the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. But yeah, it's Thursday, it's December, which means we have games going on during the week, so on and so forth. We did have some games going today in the Prem. Fulham, Man City winning 5-4. At one point they were up 5-2. But we did have more games going on tomorrow as well, and then we're the last one for Thursday, and then back to the weekend with a game following next Monday, and then we're back the week Monday after that. So yes, it is an exciting time for Manchester United, or busy time for Manchester United, especially with games going on during the week. So, well, this week, especially Sunday, Thursday, and Monday. So we got 3 games spanning at least 9 days. So hopefully we can, with rotation and everything going on. So I have set up a squad. I will be doing my preview for that as well. Why? Because, well, we have to work on rotation. But yes, it is a new game. Yes, we're coming off a win against Crystal Palace, an exciting win, winning off of 2 set pieces. But we did see a carryover from Monday's loss against Everton, which showed the struggle, and then something came alive with the second half. Can we expect that with Thursday? The one thing to think of is we don't know what we're going to expect in Thursday's match. I don't want to sound negative or rude or coming off cross, but sometimes we can't. It's hard to predict this squad and how they're going to show up. It's the truth. We hope that, again, consistency, discipline, finish is there. We're moving the ball well. We're helping with, we're helping move the ball, making smart passes, not giving up much leeway in the middle, making sure that we're controlling. Listen, there's going to be possibly a few changes to this lineup. I don't know how crazy the lineup is going to be, but do expect some probable changes, especially when you had players who just played Sunday, especially those that played a full 90 minutes. That is something we have to continuously look at, especially with this game and Monday as well, rotation. And then we go back to having some time off where we're going to have some restriction. And then at the end of the month, we're going to have some close games as well. But we have to make sure that we're ready to go for Thursday. And we can't consider this game a trap game, where basically we know what we did on Sunday was, the second half of Sunday was great, but we can't just go into Sunday or Thursday's game and be like, okay, well, this is what we did in the second half. We can do it in the first half and then just neglect the second half and hope for the best. We can't have that. And we have to be able to move the ball. We know the struggles. Having Xerxes continuously playing, getting his feet back into it will help. He definitely came alive better with the hold up and the transition, a lot better in the second half. And you saw how well things started to flow. We need to do the same thing on Sunday, or not Sunday, Thursday. God, it's mid-game week, or almost a mid-game week. We have to focus. Like we always expect a Sunday or a Saturday game. These Thursday, Monday games, it's unusual. But we have some stuff. In the end, we have to focus. We have played West Ham. We know what happened with West Ham last year. Losing with, we lost with them with Amorim in his first season. We all remember what happened with West Ham with Ten Hag. That game basically decided his fate with Manchester United with a blown penalty called, which sucks. In the end, it's how the cookie crumbled, and that's how it ended for Ten Hag. But we cannot go into this game expecting it to be the cakewalk. We cannot be playing down to our opponents. We cannot be allowing them to be, able to move the ball through us. We cannot have the mentality that we had against Everton. Their last few matches, West Ham, they lost to Liverpool on the weekend. They did have a red card, drawing with Bournemouth, beating Burnley 3-2, coming off with a nice win against Newcastle, but they definitely did have some struggles with losing to Leeds, Brentford, Arsenal, as well. And we can look at the table. Listen, I'm happy that we're sitting in the top half. I would like us to be up higher in the top half. We all know we can't control everything. West Ham, you have a tale of two different squads on Thursday, but we can't let them take control. We let too many mistakes the last time when we played them, and it's a little bit of a different squad. The positive is Matheus Cunha is going to be back for Thursday. I believe he should be in the starting lineup for Thursday. Give him that start. Yes, he's been out a little bit, but his fitness shouldn't be that affected because he has been ready to go in games. The reason why he didn't play Everton and he didn't play against Crystal Palace was due to protocol, but he is officially back. So hopefully we'll see him in the starting lineup. I'm thinking Mount, Casemiro will be restricted due to fitness. Casemiro and Mount last game played the full 90 minutes. So we can expect them changes. I think we'll have Xerxes starting again. Change it again. So yeah, I'm when I do my lineup and I announce it, I will be announcing who's going to be in what position and where and why I made those positions. Listen, at the end of the day, it's what I'm predicting. I am not the manager, and I'm not going to be upset with the way the manager picks because, again, he sees things differently. He may want to approach this differently. With rotation, that's going to be a key factor. Maybe we have players start and he does rotations in the second half, but I think we have to give certain players time to play in. I think Mainu should hopefully get a start. Mazraoui should be getting a start. Cunha should be back, getting ready to start as well. I think Dalot will continue to start on the left wing. Ahmad should be solidified there on the right. But the one thing too is we have to be able to control the back. We have to give some time to control, move the ball, give Lamens time to set himself with defending the net. The back three last week let Crystal Palace get through them. They were able to get balls passed through that back three. We saw it a couple times. We can't allow that to happen. The middle has to be controlled. We have to be able to flow the ball through in transition. That means the middle. As much as I like the long passes and everything, we have to make sure we're controlling those passes. I think we're going to see Mainu, if Mainu does start, more of an in-charge role, if he does. But we have to see how the rotation is. We have to be able to prepare ourselves. We can't let them go. They're going to play a back four. We have to be able to capitalize that. We know Wan-Bissaka, what he can do. But at the same time, too, we know we can move the ball up through in transit, but we can't keep losing the ball. Although if he is going to start again, cannot be fancy making stupid little mistakes. We've noticed more mistakes than everything, but his consistency and hard work is great. But making those mental errors, losing the ball, making silly passes, not tracking back properly, that can be effective as well. Ineffective. So that can hurt us, especially if they get the ball back in a transition. So I would like to see more of us being aggressive on the attack and more on the finish. But again, it's just a matter of controlling our back and controlling the middle. We cannot let them get behind us with long passes, little flicks, little movements. If they're taking notes from what Crystal Palace was doing in that first half or in a bit, you saw what they did when the ball moved through. So we have to be in control with that. So, all right, I'm going to get my lineup up. So just give me a moment here. Give myself the updated lineup here. So, because I got everything going here, right? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm here. I'm good. I got the lineup. The question now is, will I be... Let's just take a look at my lineup here. Okay, lineup for today. Or for Thursday, sorry. I'm going to... Obviously, Lemens is still going to be there. Shaw and De Ligt will still continue to start. Shaw did play well. De Ligt did struggle. But Harry Maguire, we do not know if he will be ready for there. If not, he's coming off the bench. Licha, as much as I'm happy that he is back, hasn't gotten much game time. He got, 5 minutes on Sunday? No, he won't be starting, but you could see him in a rotation coming on. He's not fully game fit. So Shaw, De Ligt in the two. I'm having Leny Yoro benched. He has been struggling. I think with the rotation, I think Ruben just has him sit back, relax, let him know that he has been struggling, but he gets himself back in with a rotation. He get himself built up. We do have plenty of games left in the season. So we can't have Leny Yoro go down. Just give him a time to reset himself. Have him come in the half with a rotation. When Mazraoui did come in on Sunday, we saw how well he played. We saw how well the changes were done, especially with the attitude in the second half. So I think Mazraoui will be that spot there. So look at those three in the back. Ahmad is going to remain there on the right as the wingback. Dalot, I mentioned starting again consistently. He did play well last game. Again, we may see Dorgu on more in terms of rotation. And Mbeumo, yes, because that right side of Ahmad and Mbeumo, the way they link up and move is fantastic. We can't break that up. And that's going to be tough when they go away for AFCON, because we're going to lose that connection, that momentum, that movement, and so on and so forth. Xerxes, I'm going to give him another start. Again, as the more minutes he gets, the more he's going to be feeling comfortable and get himself back. Matheus Cunha, my apologies. Matheus Cunha is back, I think, in the starting lineup. Nothing against Mount. It is just because Mount played a full 90 minutes, which is great. You want to maintain his fitness. You may not have him start. Nothing against his gameplay, but it's about making sure that he's not getting injured, that you're consistently making sure that he's protected. So Cunha, I think with the rest, especially with them just playing on Sunday, you want to make sure Mount is fit continuing on for the remainder of the season. So we have to manage that. It's not about anything that Mount has done. It's just about managing the treatment of him, and having Cunha back healthy does help in protection with rotation. Plus, again, like I mentioned, having certain players going away, we're going to need Mount fit and healthy. Cunha coming back and getting himself back into the game will be there. But it's important that Mount get the rest that he does. The middle, Bruno continues to start. He just plays very well. He does struggle, but it's just the fitness and the consistency having him there. So coming off Sunday, you saw a little bit of a knock or little kicks. Maybe this is the one time we don't have him starting, but I think Mainu coming in for Casemiro has to start. I think pairing him and Bruno will be right. you may have Mainu act as the pivot and maybe Bruno sitting back more. But having those two in the middle, I think, is there. If you're going to do anything, having Mainu act as the CDM who can transition and move the ball as well. Short passes, moving it up, continuous, we're going to have that there. I know with the news coming out January with Ugarte, Malacia, Mainu, and I can't remember who the other person is. Let me just pull something up here. Let me check. Because I saw that today. Xerxes looks like he may be off limits going into the January transfer window. So let me just check one thing here. Let's check MU. Let's just see here. Who are the players? I saw that today. Because I know there's talks of Conor Gallagher as a potential target. But I saw something today about players who may be affected or may be getting moved on. Onana doesn't look like he's ever coming back. What did I see here? I gotta find that. Let me just check. Manchester United latest. Who are these? I know. Transfer targets. Can't seem to find it. Trying to use social media and unfortunately failing miserably. Yeah. This is me not being prepared. Cheeto Obi among 3 Manchester United kids braced to leave Old Trafford in January. Oh, to go on loan. Whew. Okay. That was scary there for a moment. I know, yeah. Let's just check. Sale. Let me just take a look here. Manchester United to sell 4 players. All right. This is what I'm looking for. Benjo and Sesko. But who are they looking at? No, they're looking at 4. Yeah. So reporting listened to offers. So it was Xerxes. Xerxes, Manuel Ugarte, Tyrell Malacia, and Kobe Mainu. Though I thought I saw something else where it was another player, but looks like Xerxes is a potential, but I know what I saw was they're not looking to have them go until after the January 18th, because that is when players come back from AFCON. So, yeah, it's those 4. I don't want either of them to go, but we do need them for depth. It all depends on which players they're bringing in. If they go for Stiller and Conor Gallagher, that would be great, especially Gallagher, who plays a similar position to what Bruno does, which helps. So, yeah. But back to it, we're at that point with rotation, and Mbeumo, Mazraoui, who could be leaving, and Mbeumo, all going in the next week or 2, probably less than that, probably in the next week, to go off to that. So we'll have them potentially for Wolves, and I need to check to see who do we have after. Yeah, let me just get my fixtures up. Yeah, so we have West Ham, Wolves. The big thing is chances are they leave after Wolves, which means Bournemouth, Villa, Newcastle, Wolves again, Leeds. Those are some tough games, and I know you don't want to wish anything bad on teams, but you want to make sure the players, like, you want them back as fast as they can. You hope that they lose as fast as they can, because and then hopefully none of them make it to the final, because we play Man City on January 17th, and we know the struggle that we had the last time when we played them. Benefit is we're at home. And the one thing too is we want to make sure that we're as healthy as we can, because we have Man City on the 17th of January, and then January the 25th we're playing Arsenal. So, yeah, it's looking like chaos right now. But I don't want to worry about that yet at that moment. So, just to recap the lineup overall, Lemens, my back three, Mazraoui, Dalit, Shaw, my middle four, Ahmad, Mainu, Fernandes, and Dalot. And then we're going to see Mbeumo, Xerxes, and Cunha as the starts up at the front three. So, yeah, like again, they have to be able to move the ball. They cannot be held back. None of these pass backs. They have to carry forward, especially on the attack, especially in transition. We have to see this squad be more aggressive. Again, consistency, discipline, finish. They have to be able to get everything right. So, but yeah, like again, Thursday, it's a big game. We cannot fall asleep on it. We cannot act like we did against Everton. We cannot fall asleep like we did in the first half against Crystal Palace. They have to come out and hopefully play a full 90. We have to see that, and that's the struggle that we've seen with this club. We have to be able to do it. So hopefully with the relationship of Cunha, Xerxes, and Mbeumo, they're able to do something in transition. Listen, Mount may still start. I'm just doing it as a precaution. Mount may start and may just be limited, and then you bring Cunha on after half. Just reducing that, because again, we have a game on Monday against Wolves, so we want to make sure we're healthy there. We will probably see Licha again. You'll definitely see Casemiro come on. The question is, who does he sub for? Will he be subbing off for Bruno, or will he go for Mainu? Dalot, Dorgu, we want to make sure they're healthy. So it's just a matter of getting everything prepared. And then again, like when we're looking at the future or the next few games, like I don't want to look at past these games, but again, you may see certain players get more rotational time than those that are going to be off to AFCON, because of you want to get familiarity, consistency, movement, because again, Dalot and Dorgu are going to be our starting wings. Hopefully we have Harry Maguire healthy. I would like to see Aiden Heaven. You may see Licha back in there, but having Euro get back. The relationship of having Cunha, hopefully we have Sesko back very soon, hopefully next week. Having Cunha gone, that means you're going to rely on Mount, potentially Bruno up as well. You're also going to look at Xerxes acting as a 10 as well. So you're going to have Xerxes and Cunha pairing up, movement of the ball. And then you're going to have someone there. The false 9 could be a lot used as well, especially with Bruno or Mount. But hopefully having Sesko back gives you those opportunities to transition. And then we have to make sure our bench is steady as well. So, but yeah, I'm going to leave that there for the episode. Let me know what you're going to think, or comment on the channel, or in anything when I post. We'll be making my Instagram and TikTok posts with that, as well as my Twitter. So please let me know what you think as well. But I always go for the win. I'm hoping that we pull it out. Again, consistency, discipline, finish. That's what we need to have. That's what I'm always asking for every game. So we have to look at that. And again, these games now, Thursday, Monday, it's going to be about rotation. So we want to make sure that we have players healthy coming out of these 3 games in 8. 3 games in 9, sorry. We want to make sure that we're good to go. So we have to make sure everyone's ready. We want to make sure everyone comes out of this game on Thursday healthy too. Because again, depth, it is limited. We can struggle. So we'll see again. Having Licha back on the bench will be good. Having Mount, Ugarte, Casemiro, Yoro, having them coming off the bench will be great too. Because of rotation and protection and everything as well. So, but yes, I'm aiming to have an episode out tomorrow. I will also be back Thursday after the match as well. Tomorrow is just about catching up with United. A lot of stuff going on today. But again, yeah, I'll try to be out tomorrow. Definitely will be back Thursday. Definitely back Saturday as well with episodes. Just going to try and catch up, because again, the women are back. We have more games going on. We have a lot of stuff happening in the news, transfers. So I want to start catching up with that. Any other news with anything going on. So we'll wait and see. Again, Ruben should be having his press conference tomorrow too, so I'll recap the press conference as well. So, but enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Enjoy your Wednesday. Enjoy the game as well. This is the Red Devils Corner. Oh, sorry. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, and as well as Instagram, TikTok, and X. Please do follow. I will be posting the handles as well. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, again, enjoy the next couple of days. Enjoy the game. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.